Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you our next matchup in the Fighter Pass tournament. So if you're new and you're stumbling across this and you're wondering what this is, it is a tournament of 32 characters that I put together and, put them into a tournament. So each day on the channel, I upload one matchup from this tournament. And it's basically sort of like, think of a popularity contest in a way. You basically vote for one of the two characters that you'd rather see as a DLC character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Fighter Pass. So that's what this is. You get one vote per person. You vote for whoever you want down in the comments by simply typing the name of one of the two characters. Or if you absolutely love both the characters, you can vote for both. But again, one vote per person. So it's also a double elimination tournament, meaning the character has to lose twice. I guess any character has to lose twice, not just one. But before they're officially eliminated. So you lose, you drop to the loser bracket, you lose from there, then you're done. Voting only stays open for 1 week for every single matchup, so it just helps the tournament keep rolling smoothly. And if there's ever a tie in the voting, I'll flip a coin on camera. You guys will see that, and we'll break the tie that way. So easy to do. And that's pretty much the gist of it. That's the rules, and we have to go over the results from last week's matchup. Last Monday we had Sora taking on Phoenix Wright. This was a winner bracket matchup. So whoever loses is still in the tournament. Have no worries, no fears if you voted for one of these two characters and they end up losing. So they're still in it no matter what. But the results, not relatively close, but still a decent amount of support for both characters. So here are the... Whoa, zoom in. Hello. Here's the result. Sora ends up taking the victory in this one. 43 votes to 19. So congrats to Sora. Moving on to the semifinals of the winners bracket. But like I just said... it's only Phoenix's Wright first loss, so he just drops to the loser bracket. That's fine. So he drops down here, and he will end up taking on the winner of Lara Croft and Master Chief. That matchup will be coming up on Wednesday. So Phoenix Wright, fans, he'll be back in a few days. So don't worry about that. But we got to go to today's matchup, which is another winners bracket matchup. Agumon from the Digimon series taking on Crash Bandicoot, and let's do this. So who am I starting with? Crash, Agumon, duh. It comes before C. That's how the alphabet works. So, Agumon, Digimon, and it's a very insanely popular series. A lot of people do think that it is a ripoff of Pokemon. Not really, it's not. But you can think what you want. It's all fine. But so it is one of Bandai's most successful franchises to date. There have been multiple Digimon games across Nintendo platforms, whether it was... we'll say the GameCube or any of the DS or 3DS games. I think the Digimon, is it Survive? I think there's a new Digimon game coming out sometime this year, and it is coming to the Switch, so there is that as well. So Digimon has been on Nintendo, and it is very insanely popular, insanely successful franchise. I think it's actually Bandai, I don't think I just finished this, but the sentence. But I think it's Bandai, one of Bandai's top 3 biggest franchises to date. It's only behind was it Tetris? I don't remember who it's behind, but it's one very successful, very recognizable, very notable, and a lot of gaming fans would just love to see the fact of Pokemon versus Digimon finally happen. Sure, Pokemon would kind of outweigh Digimon in this, 10-1 in numbers or something like that. Because how many Pokemon? There's like 10 Pokemon. If you count Pokemon trainers as like different Pokemon. I'm pretty sure that's right. But so Agumon would be, pretty much kind of like the face of the franchise or one of the most recognizable Digimon. That's why Agumon got the slot in this tournament and has been doing very well so far. So it is also a character and a franchise that I think a lot of people are kind of sleeping on, and you really shouldn't be. This has been going. I mean, Digimon goes back 20 plus years now, I believe. It's been around forever. It started as like a little Tamagotchi. So some people say that is in fact a video game. Some people say no, it's a toy. It doesn't count. I mean, you can kind of argue over that, but I'm not here to really argue. I'm just trying to make a little point. So it started as a game, but then we could argue about that. It's been around for a while. It's not really... Some people are going to say it's an anime character. We don't want anime characters. Yada, yada, yada. And then that brings up the whole discussion and argument. Well, he started as a game character. Let's just move past that. But very popular. I think it would sell, honestly. for the fact alone of Pokemon versus Digimon finally happening in a game, I think that would just be so cool to finally see happen. Plus, imagine maybe the actual amiibo for this thing too. An Agumon amiibo would be so cool. Plus, you could do some really interesting things with this moveset. Digimon have more than one move. I went over this in Agumon's last matchup. He's got sort of like fire breath, pepper breath. You could charge it up. He's got claws. You could do like headbutts. There's all sorts of stuff you can do for his moveset. I've seen some really cool thoughts on how it could actually work. Maybe he reaches a certain damage percentage and then Digivolves. 50% goes up to Greymon, 100% goes up to Metal Greymon, and then 150% and above, he is War Greymon. But I always thought, just keep him as Agumon for the, you don't need to change him up, every so often, damage percentage-wise. But for Final Smash, that one's easy. That's where he has to DNA Digivolve into War Greymon. That would be sick. That would be a great idea. So, moveset is easy. Popular, check. Fits in Smash Bros. Definitely has a style. Awesome. So I think it's a character in a series a lot of people are sleeping on, and you really shouldn't be, because this could happen. This could happen, and you could bring up the whole Brave thing. There's a Brave, from the coding and the leak when the data miners are finding codename Brave, and you could lead that into some sort of Digimon, but you could lead. Brave could mean anything, honestly. I'm not reading too much into that right now, so let's go on to Agumon's opponent, which is, Crash Bandicoot. Another insanely, no pun intended, but another insanely very popular third-party character. Come on, right? Crash has been around for so long. He's a gaming icon. He's a legend himself. If Crash doesn't get in as DLC this time around, I think it'd be kind of a shame, honestly. Crash and Mario have always sort of had like a rivalry, because I bring this up all the time for Crash, but he's kind of like a PlayStation mascot back in the early PlayStation days, and to see that matchup potentially take place inside of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate would be so cool to see. Have Mario and Crash going at it, two gaming legends and icons going head to head. Plus the fact that all other Nintendo top IPs and icons that they have, and with the other third parties in there, that would make for some insane matchups and some insane gameplay. Would be incredible. I would love to see that. Crash has some pretty legendary stages, something from maybe the first stage of Crash's game where you're inside the jungle and you maybe get like some of the crates that have apples. You could have those on there, or maybe like TNT barrels or something like that. There's a lot you could do with Crash. Okay, jungle rollers, kind of something like this. Can I zoom in? Okay, zoom in down here. There we go. But if you played Crash or the recent, or somewhat recent remake of the Insane Trilogy, and you played the first level of the first Crash game, you know what I'm talking about at least. So he's got a lot of, Crash has the ingredients to be a character in Smash Bros, right? There's so much. See, like I guess you could even put the TNT crate into his moveset. Didn't really think about that, but you got Bounce Crate. You could use that for his up B. Spin attack, that could just be his neutral B. Think of like Incineroar with Darkest Lariat, just kind of spins around, something like that. Pull out a bazooka, I suppose. TNT crate maybe for, I don't know, side B, just kind of chucks it at somebody. That's potential. Everything is there and, just ready. Crash, I think at this point, just deserves his spot in Smash Bros. He's amongst, gaming royalty, honestly, I think. Sure, there was a bit of time where he's kind of not doing anything, but the Insane Trilogy really brought him back to life, and the Crash Team Racing coming out later this year with potentially that coming to the Switch, maybe. We'll see if that happens. I think it would be great, and then even if that sells well as well, if the Crash Team Racing sells well, the numbers are good, maybe we finally get a brand new installment into the Crash franchise, which would be great. And put it across all platforms: PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox. Put it on all of them. Go ahead. Let this guy do his thing. But I think, I keep saying it, I think both these characters are really good fits, in my opinion, for the roster. So I hate... Trust me, how do I want to say this? I hate voting for both, because I want to be decisive when I'm picking, my character, but I honestly would love both these characters in Smash. So this is one of the few times I've done this. And yeah, I'm voting for both these characters. That is my vote. Crash and Agumon. I'd love to see. Some people say, no to Digimon because it's a Pokemon ripoff. You can argue that, but some people would rather have Spyro if Activision does get a rep itself. So I don't know. Just to me, these two, Crash and Agumon, Crash Bandicoot, Digimon, I'd be so cool to actually have in the game. Plus, I said the same thing about Agumon, but think about a Crash Bandicoot amiibo. How great that would be. I'm big on amiibos. I mean, they're over my shoulder in every video. So, man, awesome stuff. I love both, so that's my vote. That is it for this one. We will have a sneak peek for tomorrow real quick. Looks like we'll get the results of Banjo and Chrono. Oh, think about that. If Banjo wins, Banjo's taking on Sora. And Banjo takes on Sora. You might have faced him in the old tournament that I did. I'd have to go back and look at that. But Banjo and Sora, possibility to happen unless Chrono sneaks out the upset, which is very possible. Chrono's been doing pretty well in the tournament, so yeah. And then I guess that's the results. And then what's the matchup? Oh, well, that's the matchup too. So the winner of Chrono and Banjo ends up taking on Sora for tomorrow. So that'll be awesome. Again, that's tomorrow. But this one is going to be wrapped up today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I do look forward to your voting as always, and yeah, look forward to the voting, and I hope to catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.